Hello everybody and welcome to Foundation, a little medieval city builder game that you potentially have already seen on different other or various other channels, and you are maybe not that excited to see it again. So why are you here? Well, because we are going to look at it way later than everybody else, and I don't actually have no other reason to tell you. No, I just love the game, but when it was kind of a thing, I was preparing for my wedding and I was preparing for different other things that I simply haven't had the time, but I just wanted to give this game the space it deserves. So we're gonna have a very short look at this game on this channel. So here's the idea. I'm going to start in today's video to build in the game, and then I'm going to build further on my own, and then I'm going to show you the process in a second one. Maybe we're gonna have a third one depending on how the reception was, and yeah, that's basically it. I'm going to quickly show you what's going on. A balancing game data map. Can I just call this a camel map? And I don't know, let's just wait, hills? I didn't want to start hills. Whatever, we just started the game, I guess. So, welcome to Foundation Alpha. I think most of you do know the game. I'm trying to explain that to you a little bit. Can I just close the trial? There we go. So first of all, we have to choose a... can I just... Okay. First of all, I have to choose a little square where to start it. I can choose this one, I can choose that one, I can also choose this one, and is there another one to start with? Yeah, over here. We can also start over here, or also over here. So what is important to have at the beginning is we need some stone, we need some bushes from berries, and we definitely need a forest. Not quite sure if we could start in this one. So we have more stones over here, so we can actually enlarge quite quickly over here. I think we're going to start in this one. So we just did so. We're going to start by simply building stuff. And the cool thing about this game is that basically it develops on its own. The only thing is you do is you set zones and people are joining on their own. So while you can rotate... Oh wow, I didn't even know what that is. Can I rotate the camera back? Which is the... Oh yeah, on the middle mouse button. Okay, that's it. Yeah, it's quite a while ago that I played last time. So once we built the city center now, we should be aware of the fact where we really want to have it. And I want to make a tiled city later on, so that we kind of have a city center over here and everything is going into a star formation outward. So that's the plan. So I'm going to stick that center for now over here, and now you get some more options. So these are our villagers and they will be assigned to some jobs, and what we can do now is a lumber camp, and we are basically... How can I rotate it, by the way? I completely forgot how to rotate things. There was an option to rotate. I don't really know which button it was. Let me just quickly check. There should be the option to see that in the menu. Settings, general? Nope. Can I have the key? Little settings, save game, load game, quit game. Do I have somewhere? Paint development, budget, trade. That's the menu. I don't really know where to. Per list, villager list. Okay. Help. There we go. So we have Q, E, or F keys, wisely, blah blah blah. Use the music. I know. Next, this is what I know also. Assign villager. I know this as well. I'm going to explain. Okay, I just want to know how to. Anyhow, so we're going to build a lumber camp right now. Wait, no. Can I just somehow I could delete that, rotate it, but I have no idea which button that was. Nope, it's not this button. Maybe T, K, J, L. No, M, N, N, O, P, Q, no, it doesn't work. Maybe spacebar, I have no idea. Any hint here how to do it? I don't really know. Okay, we built the lumber camp over here. So, and that's done. Now I can hit the play button so that we can finally already assign someone. And I want to assign this one to a woodcutter. And this one as well. But I could also say builder, because that's what we need first. We need a builder that they are going to build our little lumber camp first. So, and as soon as this is built, people need to go somewhere and build some houses and stuff. And we have actually 3 different options. We have forbidden land, that's where people don't go and don't do anything. We have the extraction, which we need to use to say to them, okay, you can just basically chop off all the trees that you will find in this area over here. So basically what I say now to them is chop off all those trees. That's basically all we have at the moment. So the lumber camp is done, so now the one we have assigned beforehand as a lumber guy is already starting to chop off things. And now you can also go in and set building space for them. As I said, they're going to build their houses on their own. So what I wanted to do, and I'm quickly already going to start to do so, is I'm just dragging the whole thing out to make sure that they are going to build their houses right in this area, and we're going to drag that area out later on over here as well. So as soon as we have the next area to build in, we're going to do that. But yeah, so first of all, we can just now click to the lumber camp and just assign more available workers. And since we have some workers available at the moment, we can put them all in. And we also have to make sure that we reach some profit later on, because we don't have endless money. So now the next thing we need to build is a berry market from which people can later on over here. So there we go. I don't know, do we have any builder left? What about you? Are you builder or your market tender? Let's put him into builder and prioritize this one. Yoland is building. Alright, so as soon as we have done this, I hope that we... Okay, money flow isn't that nice at the moment, but as soon as the warehouse is done, I believe we have some more stuff to do, because we have more access to more building pieces. We can also build a wall, we can build small stone walls, a wooden wall, a large wooden wall, and so on and so forth. But first of all, we can just speed up the game a little bit so that we don't have to wait an eternity for all these things. I hope though that they're starting to build their houses quite soon, because I told them already to build some houses over here, so I'm hoping at least they're going to start doing this. We can also start putting area in here, so I don't know if they want to, but they can, which is fine. I think they need planks though to build buildings. I think that was the thing. As I said, I completely forgot most of the things. That's a bit unfortunate, but yeah. We don't have a market worker at the moment, so is this still thing? We need stone, okay. How much stone do we have? 0 at the moment, because they already brought stone in here, right? 5 out of 5, okay. How much stone do we need here? 0, but I think he's bringing in some stone now. Okay, waiting for more stone. Cool. So how much stone do we have in here? With just 1 worker. We do have enough berries for the moment, so we could actually say George is going to cut some more stone, please, because as soon as we get more buildings, then new people can come into this area. People are not so happy at the moment. Happiness is really not that nice, but yeah, it will be better as soon as we have a bit more of a little foundation for our city. That's where the name comes from, I guess. The first time I played the game, I completely failed, but that was down to my own stupidity and not knowing what the game is like. Okay, he can't really go on at this moment, so I want him to be a... What could he be then? Well... Is he still... No, he's still helping over here. That's fine, because they need planks to make this one, and since we have no new worker at the moment, it doesn't really make sense. So how many people are we having to chop wood at the moment? So not too many. That's why I'm going to change this now. Let me just check if... Okay, done. Assign 1 worker so that we have some planks quite quickly. And now we can build a Lord Manor in here. And before, we definitely need a... Where is this? Ah, we need the forester camp. Okay, we need more people though. Let me just put a sheep farm somewhere first. I can't because I have no money, right? 2 new buildings unlocked. This doesn't help much because of reasons. Okay, we still need to chop more trees, and this is why I need to give them more extraction zones. Here we go. Okay, we still have enough extraction zones though, so wood shouldn't be an issue. I want to... We have 2 more unemployed ones. Okay, so chop more trees if you want to. How about stone? We have kind of enough stone already. And if I see that this way, I would love to have another building of this one, which is the sawmill. We are just going to play. This is also a cool thing, actually. You can put things into each other, which I like to make a little bit of a different building style. So there we go. Makes it all a bit better. So except houses, which you can't really control. The other things. Oh, now we can build the forester camp, which is super cool, but we don't have the money. We can build the Lord Manor though, but this should be... I mean, we can start building the Lord Manor. Can I... Why can I build this out? That makes no sense to me. I want to build the Lord Manor though, because I can then make a free upgrade. Let's put that Lord Manor... We can build another one later on as well. So I'm gonna put this here and build an extension like that. Another extension connecting to this one. Can I just rotate this a tad bit more? Hello. There we go. And another one over here. Can I just... No, I want to connect this like that. Okay. Building as the city grows. But you don't really have control over it. So like a bit of more randomized thing. Which is, I think, a very cool thing in the end. Because it makes it all more alive. It makes it all feel more... organically created, and that's what I really like about the idea of the game so far, and I really hope that this works out. Let me just check. We should be able to buy another one now. We'll add to Royal Taxes 10. Oh, okay, these berries are not in. Am I going for stone or am I going for berries? I mean, the problem with this area is we don't have really that much land, so we have more stones in here, no berries. There's essentially nothing in. Same goes for this one. I mean, in terms of extension of the city, this would be the most clever one to take. Alrighty, I am going to go with this one. I don't even know if that was a clever choice, but hey. So, building has been completed. Let me just check if I can make a residential part more in here. So yeah, if we go further with the star formation, I should... Is this basically still the center? Yeah. And then we can come down over here and this works a bit more like that. And down here it works a bit more like that. I hope that I'm somehow hitting the right area, but I don't think so. No. Alrighty guys, surprise surprise, we are a little bit, well, we're actually quite a lot further into the game right now, and this has a specific reason. I'm gonna explain to you in a second, but first of all let's watch what I've done. So this is how the overall city, or the little town, proceeded while I was playing off screen. I didn't even plan to cut this into this video, but as time progressed and we are already at the beginning of November when I'm recording this over here, we are very close. Actually, it is, while you're watching the video, it's tomorrow that we're gonna get a big update on this game, and I'm going to play the update right ahead tomorrow. I hope that I'm able to produce a video because I have to do this after work, so it might be a little bit late, but I'm still trying to do this. But yeah, as a first verdict of the game, and this is why I went ahead now in time and I cut this already in the video, this is just for you guys a short and a quick look onto this game on my channel. You potentially have seen that already on different channels, but I wanted to give it a go as well. And yeah, my initial plan to make this kind of a yeah, a little bit star-formed town, it kind of worked out the way I wanted it, but you know, I haven't had the time to finish that. You guys can see from the greenish overlay, I was planning to do this, but yeah, for the moment we have to deal with some other circumstances, and these are that there's a big update on the verge and on the horizon. But yeah, as a verdict, this game has a big problem, and this is, it makes addictive. It is very addictive, and it makes me addicted, so that's how I wanted to say. Which is kind of a positive thing. So at the beginning I was kind of split on it. It was fun, but I love the graphics, I love the idea about it, but I was like, yeah, it's one of these million games, you know, that just try to build around this thing. lately, and even though my first initial thoughts on it were really positive, I was kind of fearing that it kind of loses my attention quite quickly. But no, it's absolutely not the point. I mean, just look at this little busy town going on here, and this is, you know, it's still a very early stage. There's so much more to build in the game, and yeah, with the new update there is so much more to come, so much more maps and stuff. But yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything. You will see that tomorrow. I'm so happy just to have such a game now in my hands, because I will play a little bit more like in the next couple of weeks, because the one thing about this game which it offers me, and hopefully it will offer to you as well, I really recommend to at least test the game. It gives me something which is, especially now in the cozy, cold time of year, it is so relaxing, it is so enjoyable. You can just spend hours watching your little town grow. I mean, just a little look at this. I didn't even do anything in this video, or like in the few minutes now you are watching it, because for me it's a new video, but for you it's already a few minutes into the video. I've done nothing than just talking to you, and you can just pretty much follow how the town develops. A little guy over here is changing his house, he's upgrading his house, so he's gathering new material to build it. There are 2 windmills going to be built in a few seconds. A lot of sheep farms over here have just been finished, so what we can do right now is, we can assign some workers here already, that we can just make sure that these little things are working, because as you can see I'm slowly running out of cloths, which we do need as our town is growing, and because we need new sheepes. Oh wait, I could have just kept them open. Well, never mind. Also, like these little things, like over here, if I click too often, you can say, come on, don't abuse, and I have to seriously stop. Think about the neighbors and that smell. I just love it. I just love it. There's so, you know, the game is just so much love. There's so much detail. There's so much little things to enjoy, and there's so much more to come. I really enjoy the game. It does have some depth. I didn't expect that from the. I had a very first play with it when I was having installed the game the first time. I was playing it for a few hours, and it was really easy, but it turned out that I really had just a very it was coincidental that I really had a very good start to the game, and when I was building in this city I actually failed like 3 or 4 times. I even needed to go back into my saved games and try to make it work, because of my just initial build was way too quick. My trade didn't really work out the way I hoped it would work out. It just didn't work the way I wanted it, and it was really surprising for me to see that I can actually fail. But yeah, so about this, the game really gives me a lot to enjoy. The graphics are really fitting. The graphics are not incredible. They're even not, they are not just like special. They have a very own art style, and what I love especially about art styles is when a game is able to maintain the same look, and if things that come in a later stage of the game don't feel off, don't feel wrong. Everything ties into the game, even those newer buildings that look a lot more medieval than these little thatched roof sheds over here. It just feels right. It just feels in place. It just feels it fits. It makes things look as they belong together, and I really like how this overall turns out. I mean, it is a solid builder. It is a lot of fun to build, actually. I can just show you what I did with this church over here. I made this church, very, very space effective, or efficient, I should call it. If you go in here, you can see how much I stick them into each other. You can just go in and place it like everywhere you want. So what I want to do right here is I want to build like kind of a second building, which could be like, this is the cathedral, and this over here could be like the little house where the priest is living or whatsoever. So that could be a thing. You can just snap it to it. You can see those little white bubbles over here. You can just connect them to those. These higher ones are usually for something else, but you can just pretty much stick them to it. But you can also just rotate that completely by holding down Control, and you can just move them carefully into the edges. You have to be a little bit careful so that it doesn't snap to these angles. So you can do it like that. And just let me grab another one to do it on this hand side as well. So there you go. You can just basically also use the stained glass thing. I don't really know why you would use that, but I think you can maybe, yeah, you can put that higher up here, for example. It doesn't really matter, but we could try to fit that in here. Can we just, oh yeah, it does work. So bam, there we go. So that looks kind of neat. It's a little bit high up. It doesn't look that bad, does it? No, it doesn't. So you can basically build a lot of things. It is kind of cool. You can place them free. You can get creative with it. You can just basically put it onto the, you know, pre-proposed positions, or you can just place it wherever you want. It is definitely, it's not Planet Coaster like, or it's not completely free 3D whatever. Villagers leaving due to unhappiness. Yeah, well, I don't care. At this point, I don't care. Does our oh, okay, the happiness is going to be going down right now. As you can see, this is the indicator for happiness, and for some reason the happiness is going down. I think maybe it's because we are losing out on berries. Oh, our bread is empty, so that's why. We should start the construction over here, so people are getting to start over here. But yeah, the issue is that we don't have any worker assigned to our windmills, which means that we are losing out on these things. I should, for the moment, just reduce the speed to 1, so that I can even pause the game. Sometimes this is even more handy, but at the moment I just figured that, and this is maybe a big issue, we don't have any money left, and now we are getting some serious troubles. As I said, the depth in the game is kind of nice, because also in later stage it is not, you know, it's not the way that at some point you have the resources and everything is going to work from now on. This is not the case, because your town is, you know, continuously growing, and you don't really have the ability to stop them from growing, which is a little bit different than if you compare that to Anno, for example. In Anno, you can basically give them rights to increase their buildings and to you know, develop their builds and their houses and to reach a higher level. In this game you can't. They're pretty much just as soon as their needs are fulfilled, they're going to upgrade their houses. Or you are able to... Oh, well, forget what I just said. You can basically deauthorize them to upgrade the housing. I didn't even see that, so see? Okay, you can, but if you don't do this, you're running into problems. Anyways, but still people are joining your village as soon as the village grows, and this will, you know, lead you into some serious problems. Which does happen right now, because our berries are going to be... What about these? Are these all filled with people? Yes, so we need definitely a new gathering hut. At the moment we don't have any money, but now we have. So there we go with some more of this stuff. So we need a new gathering hut. We are basically putting those down here now. And then I can also show you something else. You can just go in here and prioritize the building so that our builders are starting to build this first. So as you can see, there are people already coming to... Wait. He was just chopping down a tree. Well, that's nice, but not what I just needed over here. You need to build these things, please. Stop chopping trees down. Anyhow, so let me just continue on my thoughts about this game. Okay, they're starting to build this. That's very nice. Money is still going down. We are out of anything. We are out of bread. We are out of berries. We basically don't have any food left. Our people will get mad in a few seconds. So we definitely need some. By the way, I hope that they fix this with the update. At a certain point, when you have too many villagers, they stop naming them, and they're just called like female number whatever and male number whatever, which is somehow ridiculous, but it's also a little fun. I mean, that's the one thing you don't really need to care about in the early development. As you can see, it's still the alpha 0.210717. Yeah, to not make a mistake over here. I hope we no, we don't have any new people over here. I hope that we are now continuing to have more. Let me just check. Why can't we have more bread? Is it because we need a new bakery? Wait a second. We have 104 breads in here and 64 in here. Could you just tell me? So why on earth don't we have any bread in our... Is there no one working? 8 in stock. Nothing assigned. I'm a bit confused right now. Nothing sold this week. So why don't they have, look, let me check. Is it because of these people over here? Is there no bread? There is no bread available. There are some berries. And there are also some clothes. Why on earth is that not working? This confuses me a bit. Like, we have enough bread. It's not the issue that we don't have any bread. We have enough bread, and now we have more workers. I wonder if, and you have, like, basically you have a list of people living in your village over here. You can see our villager list. Let me just pull that over here. You can basically see, as I said, they all have names, but at a certain point they stop naming them and they're just called whatever. I'm wondering if we are having the issue that, you know, we do not have enough transporter guys that do transport our stuff to those little things. But I'm just a little bit confused, because normally they at least would sell and buy bread. Let me just check. Well, they've unfilled need for bread for whatever reason. I'm a bit confused over here, because we have bread and there is someone working. So why shouldn't they sell it? Okay, that makes me wonder why. So, okay, I don't know why. It is confusing. We have new villagers here, so maybe we should turn these new villagers now into... Is there someone unemployed? Baker, farmer, woodcutter, forager. We have no unemployed people over here, right? No, we haven't. For whatever reason. Okay. I don't really know why we don't have anyone doing this. Okay, let me just check. We are still at 63 happiness. As soon as we go below 50, we're gonna have a serious issue, because then people are going to leave our little village, and this is really a bad thing. Okay, let's turn those into transporters, and we're gonna put you into this kind of transporter as well. So you are gonna be transporter, and I hope that you're going to bring those over. What I do else now is I'm gonna put down some more bread markets in, and I'm just hoping that then they are going to sell more. I don't even know if this is going to work out anyways, but yeah, you know, sometimes more helps more, right? Just no clue. Okay, so just put those down. We're going to build this right ahead, I hope. Building complete house. Where is it? Sometimes I wish I could just jump there where it was built, because that's something which doesn't really work out. By the way, we are now also getting into trouble with berries, serious trouble, but I don't care that much, to be honest, because this is now a save game which we are not going to play on. But I just wanted to show you the game a little bit. But this is kind of the hassle you have, and as you can see, or maybe already tell from my reaction. Also, why am I in territory view all the time? I don't want to see that anyways. I just want to give you a nicer view of the little town we have, to just enjoy it. Oh, basically this has been done. So let me just quickly give you this view, and give you my final thoughts on it. This game, as I said, is really nice. It is so enjoyable. It is giving you a nice time managing your little village. As you can see, if I would continue playing right now, I would go into some trouble fixing the issue of bread and berries. You do have to try out a few things until it really works. Also, my setup of the town isn't the best, because, you know, I'm so used to build kind of areas, like an industrial area, like a little bit of a district where you have all the facilities. Then we have another area where you have like a coal and iron mine, or more like the industry. And the thing is that doesn't really work in the game, because the overall thing is growing a little bit more naturally, organically, because you don't really have a hand in where people place their houses. You can just zone out the territories and then they're gonna build their houses there, but you pretty much need everything everywhere somehow. Also the churches and religious houses have just a certain area where they do influence the people, and you do need a lot of capacity. And so you need a little bit of space, and this is why you need to plan a little bit ahead what you do. So yeah, I'm just kind of happy to see that this game really goes into the right direction. Obviously this does still have some flaws. I'm gonna talk about those in the update, because there's no point in addressing them now, because if they are fixed tomorrow, what's the reason for me to address them, right? If they are still in tomorrow, I'm gonna address